As the U.S. begins to wind down the war in Afghanistan, some members of Congress are advocating direct action to stop the bloodbath in Syria. More than 100,000 people, mostly civilians, are believed to have been killed in that civil war. In a letter to the Senate Armed Services Committee, America's top military officer has outlined several possible plans for U.S. intervention. David Martin reports that each of them comes with a heavy price.
Joint Chiefs Chairman General Martin Dempsey listed 5 options the U.S. military is prepared to carry out if the president gave the order. Train, advise, and assist opposition forces in safe areas outside of Syria. That would require several hundred to several thousand American troops and cost $500 million a year. It would strengthen the opposition, but also might help extremist factions linked to al-Qaeda. Conduct limited air and missile strikes against Syrian forces and command centers. Hundreds of aircraft and ships operating in the Mediterranean would attack hundreds of targets inside Syria. That would cost billions of dollars and inflict significant damage on Syrian forces, but could not guarantee the regime's collapse and would probably cause civilian casualties. Establish a no-fly zone over all of Syria. That too would require hundreds of aircraft and cost up to $1 billion a month, and might not accomplish much since the Syrian army relies mostly on ground-based artillery and missiles, not air power. Establish buffer zones inside Syria as safe havens for opposition fighters and civilians. That would require smaller no-fly zones, but also thousands of U.S. troops to defend the safe havens. Estimated cost, more than $1 billion a month. Destroy or seize Syria's chemical weapons, a massive operation that would require a no-fly zone plus airstrikes plus thousands of American troops. Again, the estimated cost would be well over $1 billion a month.
Dempsey warned that intervention would end up costing so much the U.S. military might not be able to respond to crises in other parts of the world, or it might trigger a sudden collapse of the Syrian government and, quote, unleash the very chemical weapons we seek to control.
David Martin at the Pentagon for us tonight. David, thank you very much.